Marvel just dropped the second trailer for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. While the first trailer revealed the big surprise with Jessica Jones, this one shows us something different. It gives us a much clearer look on how intense the conflict in New York really is. We see Daredevil facing off against an entire anti-vigilante task force, Kingpin threatening his grip on the city, and several new moments that hint that this season might be even more brutal than the first. So let's break down everything the second trailer reveals. One of the biggest themes in this trailer is the idea that New York has become a battlefield. Matt says he's going to take the city back, which immediately tells us where his mindset is this season. But this trailer shows that the city may be slipping out of his reach. We see heavily armed units moving through the streets, and they appear to be part of the anti-vigilante task force Kingpin put together. Their entire mission is to be hunting people like Daredevil. That means Matt's not just fighting criminals anymore. He's fighting an entire system trying to shut him down. And this trailer shows Daredevil going head to head with these agents in a hallway with close, brutal combat, which looks very similar to the intense fight scene that made this show so popular from Netflix. Even though Jessica Jones was already revealed in the first trailer, the new footage shows us how she fits better into the story. We can see her fighting side by side with Matt and whatever conflict is spreading across the city. Later in the trailer, she delivers a line that perfectly matches her personality, saying that this should be a ton of fun. Jessica has always operated in the darker corners in New York, so it makes sense that she would cross paths with Daredevil once Fisk's influence starts affecting the whole city. Her return also reinforces that the street level side of the MCU is expanding again. These characters are starting to finally reconnect. The trailer also shows Matt back in his office wearing those signature red glasses. Moments like this remind us that Matt's still trying to live two lives. On one side, he's a lawyer fighting through justice through the legal system. On the other side, he's Daredevil, someone willing to take the fight into the streets. But as Kingpin's powers grow, it becomes harder for Matt to keep these two worlds separate. And this season may force him to decide how far he's willing to go to protect the city. We also get a quick but intense glimpse of Wilson Fisk in a boxing ring that looks brutal. That moment is important because it reminds us that Kingpin isn't just a political mastermind. He's still incredibly dangerous when things turn physical. Fisk has always been one of Daredevil's terrifying enemies because he combines power, intelligence, and raw violence. And in this trailer, it suggests that he's more confident than ever. If Fisk is really turning the city against vigilantes, then Daredevil may be walking into a war that is designed for him to lose. By the end of the trailer, the main conflict of this season becomes much clearer. Daredevil isn't just fighting criminals anymore. He's fighting a city that's been turned against vigilantes. With Fisk controlling the narrative and the vigilante task force that's hunting anyone outside of the law, the system itself has become the enemy. And if Matt is serious about taking the city back, this season could push him further than we've ever seen before. Overall, the second trailer just doesn't repeat what we saw in the first one. It expands the scope of the story. We get more action, more tension, and a clearer picture of how dangerous Fisk's control over the city has become. And now with Jessica Jones actively involved in the fight, it raises an interesting question. If Matt's building allies again, could we see more of the street level heroes return, like Luke Cage and Iron Fist? Let me know what you think about the new footage, and what you're most excited to see in Daredevil Born Again Season 2.